now we move on to this. We move on to episode 7 of season 2, victory or defeat. So, just gonna be honest, you messed up. You messed up, Midoriya. You messed up. You talked to him.
He's in some shit.
Yeah. And I honestly, stupid. You stupid. For such a smart guy, you stupid. I mean, he told you what not to do. He said, don't talk to him.
He does make mistakes sometimes. So.
Yeah. He does, but shit happens. Well, I wonder how the hell he's going to get himself out of this.
I don't know.
I mean, that's...
If this dude can control everything he does and just is able to be like... Because, you know, like Shikamaru was going to do to... Tamari, like, he was going to
force
be
her
like,
to submit.
Yeah, just like make her give up. He's like, you know what? I quit, actually.
I'm good. I've proved my point.
Yeah. It's funny because we just found out, also spoilers for Naruto, but that he's basically the only one that they decided was tuning level after that.
Which is stupid, but oh well.
Yeah, a little, but you'd think that some of the others would have got it as well from their performances.
Yeah, I mean, I felt Neji, even though he lost to Naruto, I felt Neji, showed a great, it showed great poise and showed his ability and everything.
I'm feeling like I guess the judges didn't give it to Naruto just based on how much he did get his ass beat until he finally pulled out the win. You know, it's like yes, he keeps getting up and everything, but he's got to get better and to not get beat down so many times before he wins.
Fair enough.
So I don't know.
Yeah, well.
But anyways,
all I'm gonna say is this: get used to Naruto being a genin for some time.
Yeah, if there's some way he can resist this power, this quirk, then maybe he can still pull the win out, but it's looking grim.
Yeah. All right, let's get this pulled up here, and let's give it a watch. See how he's gonna get himself out of this one. Look at peeking around the corner like a nervous dad at his son's piano recital. Like, oh God, don't disappoint me, son. Gotcha.
Someone with a quirk that only works on sentience wouldn't be able to use that.
振り向いてそのまま場外まで歩いていけ。このまま場外に出たら試合に負けてしまうぞ。
It's like no.
Ah, brainwashing.
Oh shit. Yep, see, he can control it. Okay, so he did explain it to him.
まあでも多分初見殺しさ。俺問いかけに答えた直後から記憶がほぼ抜けてた。そういうギミックなんだと思う。テステスチームの牙と俺ぶつかったみたいで。したら冷めた。そっからの記憶ははっきりしてる。衝撃によって解けるの可能性が高い。すごい勝手なこと言うけどさ。俺の分も頑張ってくれな。星郎くん。
Fist bump. Nice.
Rough it.
the hell is happening?
Shouldn't have done DMT, man.
Come on.
Ha ha ha. You done fucked up. That's right. Don't talk.
One for all. 成果のごとく引き継がれてきたもの。
Oh, cool.
この力を紡いできた人の気配。
答えない。妬まれたか。いや、鼻からあの猿のやつに聞いてたはずなんだ。また口開かせるしか。俺はこんな個性のおかげでスタートから遅れちまったよ。恵まれた人間には分からないだろう。
わかるよ。でもそうだ。僕は恵まれた。
あつらえ抜きの個性に生まれて望む場所へ行ける奴らにはよ、お前がしてやろうよ。
No, you don't. Judo throw.
Yeet!
Yeet. Oh, he bounced.
Ouch.
Ow. I got tossed on hardwood and it hurt like a son of a bitch.
He's kind of like, oh crap, did I kill him?
Uh-oh. Oops.
新宗君の個性って洗脳なの？マジ？すっげえ初めて聞いた。
みんなそう言うよ。そりゃ俺も他人が持ってたらまず悪用を思いつく。
最終種目、真っ先に2回戦に進出したのは A 組緑谷イズク。
爆豪も背負い投げられてたよな。黙れアホ面。
Didn't he do that to you? Shut up.
絶対狙ってたろ。
挑戦にしちゃ地味な戦いだったが、とりあえず両者の健闘をたたえ Clap your hands。
恵まれた人間には分からないだろう。
かっこよかったぞ新宗。正直ビビったよ。俺ら普通科の星だな。障害物競争1位のやつといい勝負してんじゃねえよ。お前すげえぞ。
Huh. So things aren't as bad as you thought, kid.
お前らより立派にヒーローをやってやる。
Good.
やられた。すごい思ったのに何を。
そんなんじゃすぐ足をすくわれるぞ。せめてみっともない負け方はしないでくれ。
He did it again.
これでよし。かわいそうに。あんたまた変にプレッシャーかけたの。
そうだ、オールマイト。そのもやを払うかのように幻覚が浮かんで、あれはワン・フォー・オールを紡いできた人の意志のようなものなんでしょうか。
何それ。私も若かりし頃見たことがある。つまりその幻覚が洗脳を解いたのではなく、君の強い思いは面影を見るに至り、真相少年の洗脳に対し一瞬指先だけでも打ち勝ったってことなんじゃないか。
あんたもいたってね。
いいことです。
Oh. I think it's him pretty much like, you know, coming to grips with he's going to lose it forever.
Yeah.
いい加減子供じみた犯行をやめろ。お前にはオールマイトを超えるという義務があるんだぞ。分かっているのか。兄さんらとは違う。お前は最高傑作なんだぞ。今は通用したとしてもすぐ限界が来るぞ。
隣開けてあるぞ。
ありがとう。
優秀なのに拭いきれ
Yeah,
ないサブチ
tape
ームに
arms.
触るなんだ。 ヒロかゼロハンターひってバーサス予選2位1位と強すぎるよ君推薦入学者の実力は伊達じゃないってかつって負ける気もねえ場内狙いの不意
Oh, damn. Moving
この
fast.
はこれ最善じゃないか正直やっちまえてろ
悪いな。
Jesus.
Holy shit! Gives new meaning to the term, you're as cold as ice. Jesus, man. Look at her, she's just like, I must maintain my composure. Jesus, this is cold. Holy shit.
やりすぎた。
You think?
イラついてた。
Damn. Control your emotions, kid.
ドンマイコールの中、僕にはひどく悲しく見えた。
Shit.
Decimated.
Complete and total annihilation. Sero was fast. I mean, he was quicker on the draw than Todoroki, but Jesus, man. Todoroki just
Didn't matter.
raw power. That's... You see...
I think he was also proving a point to his dad. He's like, eventually those powers will reach their limits, and it's just like
Fills
you
up
haven't even
half the
seen
damn
half of
arena
what I
with
can do
ice.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it fills up half the damn arena with ice. Literally makes it spout out the top like he made a new Mount Everest. Christ almighty.
The people in the front row were just like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
that
the stu-
almost hit me in the face. I'm
Yeah.
glad I wasn't standing up being like, yeah, go. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I can imagine if someone was standing up, like leaning over, come on, sit out, and then they get frozen.
Yeah,
Next
it's
thing you
just-
know, you just see their legs kicking out. They're like, "Let me out! Hey, help!"
Can't breathe.
And then next thing you know, you have to have like Ida, like melt it with his rocket shoes. He does like a handstand to like melt it with his shoes. He's like, "Hold on." That'd be good. That'd be good. Or you could have the girl with the headphones have her like shake it with vibrations until it breaks.
Yeah.
Because ice is very solid, but it's also very fragile because of its composure and everything, or its composition rather. So, damn. Todoroki just starting out strong.
I feel like vibrations like that would crack the ice that's around your head, though. Might give you like a concussion or something, too.
Maybe. I think if it's enough to like crack the ice around you, and then once you're out to where you can breathe, then they can like chip you out.
Maybe, yeah.
Because Todoroki's down there getting Seto out. He's just like, sorry about that. Sorry. Like, he must be like Canadian or something, because he's just like sorry. Fuck you, Dad. Sorry. Oh God. So, I'm just of the opinion that Todoroki right now doesn't look like he looks unbeatable. I mean, I think if anything, it's his overall composure because he's letting his emotions dictate what he's doing in the tournament. I think that may be his Achilles heel, but in terms of power, I don't think there's anyone power-wise who can beat him.
I think Bakugo's the closest.
Yeah, Bakugo,
because he could probably explode his way out of the ice and stuff.
Well, yeah, that that is one thing, but I think if it gets to a certain point, even Todoroki will use his fire. In which, if he uses both his ice and fire, that's gonna be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only that, he can like superheat the ice and cause like a steam gust, like a very like piping hot steam gust that can knock you back, or can burn you or hurt you. I mean, there's all sorts of applications that he could use if he would just commit to using both powers. I mean, who gives a shit if it's what his old man wants? I'd ask Todoroki, what do you want? Do you want to succeed? Do you want to be a hero? Do you want to do all this? If that's the case, then why are you allowing your father to win? You're letting your father win because he's still dictating your life. If you want to do anything, live for yourself, and to hell with your dad.
He thinks that he's rebelling against his dad. He's like, I'm going to achieve the goal you want me to achieve, but without using any of the powers you gave me. And his dad's probably thinking like,
good.
That's still what I wanted you to do. Like,
Exactly.
basically just being a spiteful kid because of it, But
well,
I mean, he's got rights to be spiteful, but like, I mean, I would be having the goal of just being like a shirker, basically, if I were him. Like, just be like, yeah, I'm not going to strive to be the number one hero at all. Like,
I'm just going to be the best hero I can be. And if it is number one, all right. Well, there's actually an example of this in the real world that I can think of a kid quitting something strictly out of spite for his dad. There was a kid, his name was Mark. Very talented athlete. Very, very talented athlete. He was the best quarterback we had on our team, and he was just a freshman. And we wanted him to play, like, starting quarterback. Well, his dad then gets a bug up his ass and says, no, there shouldn't be any question. Mark should be the starting quarterback. To which everyone was just like, yeah, we know. There's no need for you to state this and be a dick about it. And his dad thought that he could use, his son for influence and all that. And Mark's just like, you know what, Dad? I quit football. I'm going to play baseball instead. In which his dad hated that. His dad was just like, no, you got to play football, son. I mean, it's like, could you imagine, like, if we actually stand a chance with you at quarterback and this and that? We got a good baseball team. We need you on the football team. And he's just like, no, I'm going to play baseball. And he went into baseball and won a state championship as a pitcher and a shortstop. Whereas I was playing defense against him whenever we did scrimmages, first string scrimmages. And I was able to catch him a few times, but most of the time, dude, when he was in the pocket, cool as ice. I mean, just straight in there, catch, like he just effortless. And he was a good kid too. He had a good mind about him. It's just his dad tried so hard to make him into what he wanted. And that's a real thing. I mean, of course, parents try to influence you into doing certain things. For instance, my dad really wanted me to play football and wanted me to give up gymnastics because, I don't know, I guess maybe he thought gymnastics wasn't manly enough. I don't know. But anyway, I did. I quit doing gymnastists, and I went straight into football, and I put on a shit ton of weight, which I'm still carrying around, by the way. And, yeah, that was a very, very interesting time in my life, because when I started playing football is when I hurt my hand, when I hurt my shoulder, when I hurt my knee and my ankle. And, also just all the rage that came along with it, from being passed up for positions by kids whose parents would pretty much, like, in the booster club, where my parents were divorced and working full-time jobs, they couldn't do that. So, yeah. Small-town politics, everybody. It's bullshit.
Yep. Like real politics.
Yeah, exactly. I hate politics, period. Small-town... I lived through small-town politics. But overall, I would say that the things that I went through in football, I really wish I wouldn't have gone through, and I had just stayed in gymnastics, because A, I'd probably be a lot skinnier, and B, actually I would be a lot skinnier, because when I worked out with my dad that summer to put on weight to play football, I put on a good, I think, 40, 50 pounds of weight. Because he wanted me to be a linebacker. He wanted me to hurt people. And I did. And I hurt myself in the process. Ugh.
I still kind of wish I had played football, but I probably would have gotten hurt or something because
No.
my doctor recommended I didn't play football because I have a loose joint in my right shoulder. And she was like, yeah, like if you play football, you can play football, but your shoulder is going to get dislocated at some point.
Oh.
And she's like, we can just pop it back in, but it's going to hurt real bad. And I was just like, that doesn't sound fun.
Well,
so I just decided not
I
to.
have permanent rotator cuff damage because of I'm double jointed in my shoulders, and this is like I don't know if y'all can hear that. Let me actually see if I can get it close enough to the microphone.
I can hear that. Oh.
Yeah,
I don't like
that's what my shoulder does every time. Like every time I get it up to here, I feel the rotator cuff stop, and I actually gotta like pop it out to the side in order to raise it over my head. Football messed me up, dude.
I can do this weird pop thing with this shoulder. I used to do it habitually because it just felt kind of good. But, like, I decided eventually that I should probably stop doing that because I didn't want to do, like, cartilage damage to myself over time or anything.
Maybe.
But, like,
well, it's like my hand. My hand is... my left hand is okay. My left hand's okay. It pops a little bit. My right hand pops a lot. It's like at least 4 or 5 pops in there that I hear. Whereas over here, it's like 1 or 2, depending on how I close it. Whereas over here... Every time I close my right hand.
I can't do that, but I can. I don't remember if I popped my fingers recently, but yeah, I have recently. So I only got one of them, but I can do the whole like thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can't do
so
that.
I freaked out Chance one time because I did that, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Dude, I didn't know you could do that." And I was like. He's like, that's actually like a really intimidating thing you could do. Like if you're ever going to get in a fight with somebody, even if you don't know what you're doing, just do that beforehand and they'll probably be like, okay. He's like, I'm not going to lie. Like I know how to fight. And if I got in a fight with somebody and they just pop their fingers like that, I'd be kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to get my ass kicked.
Like, all of a sudden you're just sitting there, minding your own business. And then they're just like, all right, let's fight. And you're just like, all right, hold on.
Yeah, just.
Like, yeah. Roll your fists like this. Yeah, get your legs loosened up.
Pop your elbows as well.
Yeah. Practice your Mike Tyson, Dempsey roll.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Head movement. And they'll just be like, nah, fuck this. Because all you gotta do is also, whenever you punch, do the small exhales,
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. And like me, whenever I do my leg kicks, or whenever I do my kicks, same thing. I mean, God. All right. Well, this was a very interesting episode. Yeah, we got a resolution for the first 2 matches in the tournament. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in the next one. But that'll be next time.
These fights are going by quick.
Uh-huh.
These fights are going by quick.
I know, right? Yeah, 2 out of 2 out of 8 already done. So, hey. And then there's the next round, which is 4 matches. Or no.
If there's 8 for the first one, that makes sense.
Yeah,
4.
yeah. There's 4.
4
the
then
next
2.
match, and then 2,
And then the final.
and then the finals.
Yeah.
So yeah, tournament of 16. So we hope.
I'm assuming they'll get longer as they get closer to the finals.
I guess so, because like I said, 2 episodes from now, that's where I stopped.
So you haven't seen the end of the tournament yet?
I haven't seen I haven't seen the end of the dude. The last fight I think we saw was the start of Todoroki versus Midoriya.
Tournaments are one of those things like where once I start watching that kind of thing, like I can't stop until I get to the end of it. So I don't know how you've gone this long without just being like, I'm just gonna go find out what happens.
Eventually, well, dude, for the first 2 or 3 weeks after we watched that episode, I'm like, yeah, we got it. I gotta watch this. If we don't watch it, then if we don't watch it and we stop the series, I'm just gonna watch it by myself. And I never did, because I was just like, maybe eventually they'll want to do it again. And then eventually I was just like, forget about it. Yeah, but now, hey, you interested in the series? I'm just like, I get to watch it finally.
Yeah.
Because there's certain anime I've quit and gone back to, and I've just been like, why did I quit this?
Yeah, same here.
And
Attack on Titan, like, once we watched season 2, I'm like, man, we should have just watched it when it came out. It was badass. You know?
Yeah, and from what a lot of people
Naruto
say,
especially too. I've quit it twice, and like every time I'm like, I don't know why I keep quitting. Well, I know why I quit it the last time.
Oh yeah.
But the first time, like, I don't know. I guess I know why I quit watching it both times technically, but like I should have just kept watching it because it was like a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. There was one. Okay.
I'm super excited to get to Shippuden now.
Several anime I've dedicated. Like I couldn't stop watching. The only when I woke up, I watched it, and I went to sleep, and I woke up and watched it again.
Bleach, I had watched like the first 10 episodes of. When I finally went back and watched all of it, I was like, why didn't I watch this before? Because it was like a lot more badass than I even expected it to be.
Yeah,
so much more badass stuff happens like when you get about halfway into it as well.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, the one anime I did that with was Monster, which
I still haven't seen.
I really want you to see because it's probably one of the best horror and psychological suspense animes out there.
The other one that I can't watch anymore anime because they haven't made anymore, and I'm it's like Firefly. It's like the anime equivalent of Firefly for me. Like if there's one show I could be like, please make more of that, it's Deadman Wonderland. So I started reading the manga, but I didn't ever catch up to where the anime ends in the manga.
Which there is talk that they're going to finish it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because it's been almost
it cliffhangers off in like the most just
shitty way.
Yeah, just the middle of like some shit going down.
Yeah,
it's not even it's not even like, oh, is the cliffhangers usually it's like, oh crap, are they going to die next episode? Surely not, because they're the main characters and stuff like that. This just ends with like they are in the middle
of a fight,
of a major thing, not even a fight, just a major event. They're in the middle of a prison escape.
Yes,
and like halfway into it, and then it just ends, and you're like, dude. What happens? Did they get out? Did they get captured?
That actually
holy
reminds me of another anime I was watching a little bit of. I watched it pretty much all the way through until the last episode because I was committed. There was stuff about it I didn't like, but overall it was still a good anime. Gangsta, which I watched all the way through, and where the cliffhanger hits at the end of the last episode is literally the main character is shot in the middle of the chest, goes flying out the window, and is laying on the ground there bleeding out. And I'm like, what? And then it ends, and I'm like, no. And then when they said there's going to be no season 2 for a while, I'm like, you can't do that! You can't do that!
They can, and they fucking did.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you! I was so mad, dude.
Me and Andrew were joking the other day because there was a part where like Naruto had just finally finished doing something. And he's like, okay, and he just kind of like, and he's not snoring or anything, and it's just like, all right, yeah, Naruto's dead, end of series. And he's like, that would actually be, I would really have respect someone that had the nuts to do something like that with their series.
It's almost like
just out of nowhere, the main character just decides to die, and it's like, all right, that's the end of the story, and you get no closure on anything. And what the fuck?
Yeah, actually, that's balls level. Like Kevin Smith was talking about, at the end of the Lord of the Rings movies. If at the end of Return of the King, when Frodo wakes up and Sam walks into the room, all of a sudden, it turns into nothing but a big Sam Frodo fuck fest right there in the middle of everything. He tells everyone to get out of the ring, and him and Sam just go at it. And right before the credits roll, Frodo flat out bricks in Sam's mouth, and then after that, credits roll. Kevin Smith said, if I was the head of the Oscars and that shit happened, I'd give Peter Jackson just the Oscar for balls right there. I'd just be like, here, have every Oscar. You win just for balls alone.
Right.
And I'm like, on one side, I would be very disturbed, but on the other side, I would just be like, yeah, kind of. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
God. I remember him talking about that, and then him putting it in Clerks 2 was absolutely hilarious. When Randall is just railing the two Lord of the Rings fans, Elias and his friend who came in, one ring to rule them all, One Ring to find them. Randall in the back's like, oh no. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, you talk about the guy who made Evangelion getting death threats.
Oh, yeah.
Make an
Friggin'
anime that
Tano.
gets halfway popular and then just end it like that with the main character just croaking in the field after a only halfway significant fight or whatever.
Yeah, well, dude,
Or like it was actually while he was training. Like, you know, he had just learned the like Rasengan basically, and he just passes out.
and dies.
Yeah, and it would just be funny if it's like, oh, he died. That's the end.
Like, Jiraiya walks up to him and be like, he's dead, Jim. And then, and all of a sudden, the
Huh,
sad
didn't
Naruto
have it in
thing,
him, I guess. Oh well. Gotta keep looking for Sonata, I guess.
Yep, I guess so. Oh, God. All right,
That's
well,
cool.
that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This was My Hero Academia, Season 2, Episode 7, Victory or Defeat. So, what did y'all think? I mean, did you like the episode? If you did, I mean, hey, if you want to if you're watching this on our Patreon and you are experiencing the full version of this, thank you all so much for your support. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you're seeing the edited version, you just know we do this because of copyright. You all should know this by now. And, yeah, I guess if you want to see the full version, if you want to check it out on Patreon, I mean, feel free to. I mean, we upload on there. We're pretty consistent with these all the time. And now with Nick doing the editing, it's become a lot more consistent. So, thank you all so much.
And I apologize for talking about Naruto so much. It's just what I've been watching recently. So.
No, that's fine.
If you're still here to hear the apology, if you're not, then oh well.
Oh, well. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then. Peace out.